bread, egg, end, fed, friend, head, hedge, leg, lend, pen, red, send, shed, spend, spread, 10, when, best, breath, check, chest, deaf, death, desk, dress, fetch, fresh, get, guess, left, less, mess, neck, nest, net, next, pet, rest, step, stretch, sweat, test, yes, bed, bet, led, let, dead, debt, said, set, wed, wet, peg, peck, edge, etch, rev, ref, bell, sell, fell, gel, hell, shell, smell, tell, well, weld, elm, self, shelf, help, else, belt, felt, melt, air, bear, blare, cairn, care, chair, dare, fair, flare, glare, hair, pair, rare, share, spare, square, stare, swear, there, where, affair, aware, beware, compare, declare, despair, millionaire, nightmare, prepare, questionnaire, repair, welfare, scarce, America, berry, ceremony, cherry, error, heritage, heroin, herring, hysterical, imperative, inherit, marry, perish, terrible, therapy, verify, vary, aerial, aquarium, area, barbarian, canary, dairy, fairy, hilarious, malaria, parent, prairie, various, vegetarian, wary, legendary, military, necessary, ordinary, secretary, temporary, voluntary, apparent, Arabic, arid, arrogant, arrow, barrel, barren, barrier, carol, carrot, carry, character, charity, clarity, embarrass, guarantee, marathon, marrow, marry, narrow, paradise, paragraph, paranoid, parrot, popularity, similarity, sparrow, transparent, deathbed, eggshell, epilepsy, existential, extraterrestrial, headrest, nevertheless, recollect, egghead, recommend, redhead, referendum, represent, headset, retrospect, self-centered, self-defense, self-help, temperamental, trendsetter, well-fed, well-read, whenever, healthcare, elsewhere, anywhere, welfare, wherever, everywhere, farewell, menswear, airbed, daredevil, hairdresser, questionnaire, threadbare, vegetarian, parallel, airfare, hairnet, adventure, airplane, any, belly, cellar, center, clever, collect, comment, context, correct, credit, defend, dentist, develop, echo, elephant, enemy, energy, engine, event, feather, healthy, heavy, index, jealous, leather, lemon, letter, many, measure, message, pleasant, plenty, question, ready, technique, weather, yellow, a best friend, a dead end, a debt collector, a health center, a special event, a treasure chest, an electric fence, death threats, A sense of adventure. A defense mechanism. A desperate effort. Dress sense. Forensic tests. A French head chef. Fresh eggs. Gentle exercise. Genuine leather. An intelligence test. Lemon zest. A precious gem. Red peppers. Send a letter. A sense of adventure. A wedding dress. Wet cement. Deadly enemies. He left his heirs all his shares. Beth has no sense of adventure. Her boyfriend has a hairy chest. The men were mending the nets. The desert stretched out endlessly. Claire and Emma were best friends. How can I tell if the eggs are fresh? Ken has no dress sense whatsoever. The breathalyzer test proved negative. Fred says he regularly gets death threats. The hotel was excellent in every respect. Derek wasn't ready to accept these tenets. Dennis places a heavy emphasis on ethics. Mary made several perceptive suggestions. The empty desk suggested that Jeremy had left. Megan's always one step ahead of everyone else. I'll never forget the expression on Edward's face. These sectors are heavily dependent on technology. We had a very helpful attendant at the check-in desk. The elections are scheduled for December the 7th. Is this your best effort? Yes, it's my very best attempt. It's a terrible mess. Well, I'm fairly certain that the rest aren't any better. Fred, have you been sending scary death threats to Larry again? I penned my 10 best ever on Wednesday and sent them direct. A real treasure chest of devilish, hellish threats. A clever jest for my very best friend. But your secretary neglected to append your name and address, Fred. He read your letter and more or less wet the bed. Wet the bed? What a terrible defense mechanism. I meant he drenched it in sweat. Now get ready to tell him you sent the letter in error and you're terribly repentant. Have you carefully prepared for your French test? I scarcely need to prepare anything. French is my best subject. The test'll be an effortless success. Have you kept abreast of the expected content of the test, the irregular present tense and the imperative? My friend said to expect questions about the feminine gender and inflections. Apparently your friends aren't as friendly as you guessed. Wear and tear. A caring parent. Fair hair. A marriage ceremony. A glaring error. The heir apparent. The American military. A fair share. A hairy chest. A leather armchair. A teddy bear. The depths of despair. A menacing glare. A terrible nightmare. An aircraft engine. Elderly parents. A steady stare. A hairpin bend. A rare event. A fair weather friend. Hairy legs. A sensitive area. Essential repairs. A charity event. A temporary measure. An imaginary friend. A terrible headache. A therapy session. A red herring. A breath of fresh air. A wedding ceremony. Red hair. Scared to death. A spelling error. A spare bed. Sarah was scarcely ever there. The hardware was beyond repair. Mary was aware of all his affairs. The chairman was a gregarious person. I swear the pair of them looked hilarious. Claire wouldn't share the airfare with him. We prepared the questionnaire with great care. I can scarcely bear to see her in that wheelchair. We tasted the carefully prepared vegetarian fare. We had dairy-free eclairs with caramelized pears. Her visual awareness was impaired after the scare. It's rare for it to be colder upstairs than downstairs. Enter if you dare and prepare yourselves for a scare. Her nightmares scared her, but her parents didn't care. The Hungarian millionaire was wary of monetary schemes. They made Harry aware of their despair. Care must be taken to wear suitable footwear. It's unfair to compare this area with the Canaries.